Well, I want to, again, thank everyone for making time to be here today. One of the great things that we get to do in the state legislature is have opportunities like this to support truly on the ground leaders that are doing, as I say, the good work in advancing support resources for our community. And so I was really happy that I was able to secure $200,000 in state funds to support efforts around education and youth development. And so right here in Broome County, where we are, I was able to allocate $90,000 for these organizations that are here. And I think someone is coming in. All right, come on in. Yeah, come right on in. No problem. And so we all know that education is an important cornerstone in not only our community and our society. And one of the indicators of how well a community is doing is not only with respect to educational outcomes, but also how our youth are doing. And so these funds will help in advancing the good work that all these organizations that are standing up here with me today that are doing. And so I'm going to bring them up one by one. But again, I want to thank all of you literally for the work that you do. So yes, yay. I should have had Denise. Oh, and then you're first on the list, of course. So I'm going to bring up Dr. Denise Yall. So when I met Denise, oh wow, I won't give how long ago it was, but one of the things that I am truly impressed about with Dr. Yall, and there's many things, but one of the things that I've always appreciated about her is her unwavering commitment to ensuring that students and their parents are a part of not only the students' academic experience, but also overall community development. And so this organization that Dr. Denise Yall started with Larry Parham is really designed in centering the voices of folks who are often left out in our educational system, but our educational system is built upon parents and youth. And so I'm really excited that I was able to secure $35,000 for the CARES Advocates for Families Incorporated organization to support educational programming. And I will bring Dr. Denise Yall up to talk about this great program and also give you the proverbial big check. So, so I think we're going to do that first. We'll take a picture. Then we're going to do a big group picture too.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, and now you get to say a few words. No pressure.
Okay. All right, so I have to tell you, I'm blown away by this. I want to thank Senator Webb. This is an awesome surprise for us, right? And we are so appreciative. I'm right now the acting CEO and the board president of CARES. And I'm representing an organization which is in the House right now with us, that's fueled by power and commitment of parents and community members who are dedicated to the goal of educational equity and the principle of keeping kids in school. We have a number of programs that are focused on education. For the sake of time, I'm just going to highlight a few. So we have a backpack program that has backpacks and school supplies that we do every year. Last year we gave away 1,100 backpacks. That program is sponsored by the city of Binghamton. We have a tutorial program that's an Each One Teach One tutorial program. It's an online tutorial which we're now supporting 40 students with. And the students get 1 or 2 hours per week of individualized tutoring. And that program is supported by the United Way, the Broome County Youth Bureau, and the Clee Foundation. Our Care Dads program, Care Dads in the House, is supported by an ARPA grant from the city of Binghamton. The parents in this program work outside Binghamton High School. They provide energy and time to mentor, to guide, to provide social emotional support to students, as well as work to disrupt and de-escalate altercations between students during lunch periods and at dismissals. The goal of the CARES Dads group is to get students to go back to school after lunch and also to go home after school. Our flagship program is the Parent Mentor Program, which we've been doing that the longest. And this program is supported by the Binghamton City School District. These parents provide in-school support for students and teachers, along with mentorship, guidance, and social emotional support, while de-escalating any classroom disruptions with the goal of keeping kids from being suspended, either in school or out of school. These parents are instrumental in closing any cultural disconnects with the parents, the students of color, and the school personnel. So we believe that our children show up to school the best way that they can. We believe that the parents send them out the door the best, with the best intentions and the best things in mind. You know, but we also know that life sometimes gets in the way, as does social media. You know, so we're there to support the schools and the students in any way to make sure that they stay on track. So on behalf of CARES, and this is really emotional for me because I have known Leah a long time, and I'm so proud, and I'm so just moved by her recognizing the work that we do. It means an awful lot to us. You know, so on behalf of the CARES family that stands before me, and on behalf of our founding CEO, Larry Parham, you know, I'm honored to accept this check. And I thank you guys for all the work that you do. And I want to let you know that this funding is going to be instrumental in continuing the work that we do in achieving the goals of CARES of the organization. Thank you so much.
All right, happy tears, happy tears. You know, again, you know, one of the things that yes. You know, one of the many things I'm proud of with just being able to secure these funds is that it's literally going right back into the community. This is our tax dollars literally being reinvested back into our communities for tangible programs, tangible support. So again, thank you, Dr. Denise Shaw, and the entire. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, a little CARES shirt. All right.
Bring you to the floor.
Okay, all right, add it to my collection of all the goodness. All right, thank you. Wasn't expecting a gift, but thank you. And it's all legal, I just want everybody to know.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that.
It's under, it complies with all the ethics things. So next I want to bring up Jen Lesko, CEO of the Broome County Urban League. Again, the Urban League nationally and most certainly here in our county and our region has a great history of supporting the advancement of young people, especially young people who are socially, economically disadvantaged, their families. And so, and I've known Jen Lesko for a very long time, and all the work historically that the Broome County Urban League has done and still provides to our community truly is invaluable. And so I'm so delighted that I was able to secure $25,000 for the Broome County Urban League to provide community members with and now I will give you your check and we'll step this way. I like that. Thank you. Perfect. All right, and it's on you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Slide this way.
We had a check like this before, and one of our young kids said, "How are we gonna deposit that?" Right, a mobile deposit, right? So we are so grateful to be recipients of these funds. I came to the Urban League in 2006 when it was in a very difficult space, and one of the first people I met was Leah. And from her time of me coming on as the CEO, her as a city council member, and as a senator, her efforts, her tireless efforts, and I don't know if she doesn't take no for an answer. That's very true. But that's why our community is so lucky to have her in our Senate seat. And we know that she's gonna continue to do great things for our community's children and youth. The funds that we're gonna get from this award is gonna help continue our after-school, summer, and out-of-school time for our children and youth, so their families know that they're in a safe and enriching environment, and it can give them peace of mind. And we know that providing childcare opportunities and safe childcare opportunities can directly impact our workforce, because then our families, the adults, they can go back to work, rebuild after this pandemic and know that their children are in a safe place. Annually, we provide services to about 160 children from 5 years old and up, and we also provide services to children with special needs. So these inclusionary programs are also paramount to our children and youth success and their learning. So this money is gonna be spent in the community with our programs to continue to provide these services. So on behalf of the Urban League, thank you so much, Senator Webb, for all you do.
And last but most certainly not least, I would like to bring up Drew from the Copernic Observatory. I had the opportunity to do a tour, actually a throwback tour, and I'll explain to you what I mean by that. So I'm a proud product of public schools here in Binghamton, and I remember in our conversation I was sharing with Drew, my experiences of going to the Copernic Observatory as a student, as a young student, and learning about all of the amazing things that happen in our universe. And so having had the opportunity to go back now as an adult, because we adult now here anyway, and seeing how the observatory continues to grow and providing even more insight into not only our universe but all of the wonderful components of science. And I'm a little biased because I'm also a STEM major myself, although I did not get a degree in astronomy. Yeah. Hence I didn't get that degree. I got a neuroscience though, so my credit still is on point. But it's all in the same STEM family. But I wanted to ensure that, again, we have such great resources here, right here in our backyard, and the Copernic Observatory has been serving our community for a very long time, and fostering not only the imagination and creativity, but also fostering careers of young people going into science who are making and continue to make great breakthroughs. So I would like to bring Drew up, and I would like to present to you a check for $22,000 formally to the Copernic Observatory to support the educational programming that you all provide.
Thank you, Senator Webb. Much like CARES, we were sort of surprised, pleasantly surprised to have gotten the call to say that you've been able to secure funding for us. And Copernic is actually next year going to be celebrating its 50th anniversary as being a STEM education facility here in the area. And as I like to say, we focus on planting seeds. We're trying to bring students up to Copernic, but also we do in fact go to schools as well for school outreach, and try to again plant some seeds of what these students might do as a career. We have a program called Girl Power Science, and for girls that are between like 3rd and 8th grade, and we're trying to get more women in STEM careers. We always do have a female subject matter expert come up and talk about the work that she does. And a few years ago, we had an astrophysicist from NASA zoom into us and talk about the work she does, using satellite data to look at carbon dioxide levels and how that affects global warming. And then at the end of her presentation, our girls get to ask her questions. And one of the girls asked, "How did you get interested into astrophysics?" Which for a 3rd or 4th grader is a valid question. And I loved her answer. She says, "Well, when I was in college, I was an English major. Well, my boyfriend was a physics major, and we would go from observatory to observatory. I eventually dumped the boyfriend, but I kept the astronomer. Now she has her PhD in astrophysics and works at NASA. So again, when people come up to Copernic, I like to say we're more than there's 3 telescopes on the top of a hill. We do in fact cover all aspects of science and engineering, and these funds will help us develop programs. Actually, we have a solar eclipse coming up next year. That it's going to be vitally important that we communicate to the public and to the schools how to safely observe the eclipse. So in fact, just yesterday we had a staff meeting working on developing those programs. So these kinds of funds help us invest in our training, which we can then bring out into the community, and it's a wonderful investment because it will now reap many benefits throughout the region. So thank you so much.
So again, I just want to extend my profound appreciation to all of you for the great work that you do every day. As I've been saying to other organizations, this is just a small investment. We recognize, and I most certainly am unwavering in my commitment as your senator to ensure that as a state that we are doing all that we can, whether it's through financial investment, equitable policies and practices, to ensure that the good work that you do on the behalf of all of our residents here, not just here in Senate District 52, the Southern Tier, but across the state, that everyone truly has an opportunity to thrive. And so thank you all so much. I really appreciate you. So we'll take questions.